Canada has and will always retain a foremost place in my remembrance. It pleases me no end that this ghostly little story has found such a welcome place in your hearts and homes. This story has been with me rather a long time, and although it has changed over the years from culture to culture with touches of dramatic flair, its message remains intact. It could happen anywhere. It could even have happened here. Now, where shall we begin? Yes. On Christmas Eve, many years ago.
Jacob Marley is dead, to begin with, madam. How many years, Mr. Cratchit?
Since Mr. Marley died, sir, it's been 7.
7 years. In fact, he died 7 years ago this very day.
Well, I'm certain his charitable nature still lives on through his surviving partner, Mr. Scrooge. Can we count on your donation this year?
I would certainly advise against it, madam.
Mr. Scrooge?
I pay my taxes. I conduct my business in a fair and equitable manner. I contribute to the national coffers. I feel no debt against my conscience.
The poor suffer most at this time of year.
Oh, the workhouses, the soup kitchens, they're still in operation.
Have you ever visited one of those institutions? There are those who would rather die than go to one of those places.
Then perhaps we have just solved the issue of the surplus population.
I don't know what to say to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Good afternoon would suffice, madam. Mr. Cratchit, kindly show our visitor out.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Scrooge. Ebeneezer Scrooge. A miserable codger whose indifference and ignorance had started to age his features well ahead of his years.
Your master's heart is black.
Wait! I know it isn't much, but perhaps this might help.
Merry Christmas.
Poor, ignorant Scrooge. You see, it is not enough for a man to do what he must only because he has to do so. Rather, he should want to help where help is needed most.
Has it been 7 years since you went away. I owe you everything. You've shown the way. You were the finest gentleman that ever I did know. We sang a different carol. Now I sing it all alone.
Of course you're still working here this late into the day on Christmas Eve.
A pleasure as always, Mr. Fred.
And you too, Bob. Best of the season to you and yours.
Thank you, sir.
How is he?
Well, it is Christmas Eve, sir.
Of course. Pray for me. A Merry Christmas to you, Uncle.
Indeed. What is that?
Why, it's a Christmas gift. From me to you.
Give it to Cratchit.
I see your sentiments haven't mellowed on Christmas time.
Why should they? It is a day like any other.
I'll have to disagree with you on that, Uncle. This is a time for goodwill around the globe. With some exceptions.
It is a time of waste and an excuse for delinquency.
And the many thousands in the city whose hearts are filled with joy and frivolity on this day are all ruffians and fools.
Indeed. And may they be boiled in their own figgy puddings and buried with stakes of holly through their sentimental hearts. You are keeping me from my work, sir.
I shall detain you for only a moment longer, Uncle. Come to dinner tomorrow evening.
Dinner? Where?
At my home, with Eunice and I.
Absolutely not.
But why?
Because you want something, A gift, a loan. I assure you, sir, that my rates are fixed, and I make no exceptions for family. If there's anything left, you may have it after I am dead.
We want nothing from you, Uncle, save for the pleasure of your company at Christmas dinner.
The pleasure of my company. Yes, now I know that you are trying to extort from me. Good afternoon, Fred.
The invitation is open all night. Dinner is at 6 o'clock. I would love to see you there.
If you wait for me to call, your Christmas dinner will certainly get cold. I'll be fit for bedlam the day that I come to Christmas dinner. I have asked you politely, and now I must insist that you depart my office and allow me to return to my business.
A valiant effort, Mr. Fred. There's always next year.
Is there, Bob? Perhaps. But every day is like a precious gift. How unfortunate. For a man who is so afraid of waste. But a very Merry Christmas to you and yours, Bob Cratchit.
Thank you, sir. There is joy in my heart. End of day, sir.
Only for the unambitious, Mr. Cratchit.
Is there anything I'm required for, sir?
No, nothing that can't wait until the morning.
Tomorrow is Christmas Day, sir.
Ah, yes. The day when clerks expect to receive full wages for no work.
Well, it is only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking your employer's pocket, Mr. Cratchit. Very well. Take the day.
Thank you, sir. Shall I get your coat and hat, sir?
No, there is still work to be done. Go home to your wife and children.
Child, sir. We've been blessed with one boy.
Blessed. An extra mouth to feed on your salary. I pay your wages, Cratchit. You'd be wise to learn to distinguish between your blessings and your burdens.
Tim is the light of my life, sir. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Humbug.
Late into the hours of Christmas Eve, light could only be seen burning from within one window among this district of shops and offices. Is it any wonder, then, that this particular establishment should attract the attention of dark and mysterious beings? I did warn you that this was to be a ghost story.
Now, that is quite odd.
Oh, the first of many odd things you will be seeing tonight.
The business is closed for the day. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Oh, I'm here on a very different type of business. Besides, you haven't painted out my name on the sign. I'd say that I'm free to come and go as I please.
Jacob?
Hello, Ebeneezer.
You're dead.
Yes. It was quite unexpected.
But how is it that you're here? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not dreaming.
Have I died?
Oh, how fitting. Alone at your leisure, late in the evening on Christmas Eve. But no, you are not dead.
Then it's worse. I've gone mad. I'll lose the counting house for certain.
Oh, you are not mad, Ebeneezer. But you are not well either. There's a sickness inside of you, a malady in your spirit. And the outcome does not look very promising.
But Jacob, why is it that you come to me from beyond the grave to deliver such a dire message?
I've come to help you, Ebeneezer. Perhaps to spare you from my miserable fate.
Do you suffer?
More than you can possibly imagine.
Well, what is it that ails you? Aside from being dead, of course.
My conscience.
Conscience?
Do you even hear yours anymore, Scrooge? The voice of reason that whispers in your ear on behalf of the plight of the human condition? I'll wager it's been years since you've heard that particular voice.
But I'm a good man.
Why? Because you pay your taxes and run a profitable business and contribute as little to society as you possibly can. And then only when you need to.
Jacob, are you soliciting donations?
Oh, you foolish man. Can you not see what fate has in store for you? See the strife around you, people in despair, no one to reach out to. Had I only known, I would have changed. The time is while we're living. It's too late when we are dead. I could have helped so many If I'd only known, I would have changed. Hell is being helpless. To help a breaking heart, the chains of guilt are binding. Had I more time, my God, I'd change. It's not too late, you still can change. At this time of year, I suffer most. If only I could help. God help me. Forgive me for what I have done.
I'm doomed, Jacob.
Perhaps. I am lost. But while you are amongst the living, there might be a chance, a hope of you escaping my fate.
How much?
Oh, Ebeneezer, the devil would adore you. You'll receive 3 visitations tonight.
Visitations?
Ghosts.
Must I?
You must. They and only they might have the power to lead you towards a different path in your life.
But when and where do I meet these visitors?
They will find you as they choose to. My time here is through.
Jacob, please don't go. There is so much that I wish to ask you.
I am not permitted to stay, Ebeneezer.
Jacob.
But, my dear friend, I implore you to heed the messages that the visitors will bring you.
Jacob, don't.
May our paths never cross again.
You see, I miss you so much.
Was it his imagination? A bad bit of beef or an undigested potato, perhaps? Or was Ebeneezer Scrooge truly visited by a shadow from beyond the grave? Oh, I do love a good ghost story at Christmas. Don't you?
There. You'll not be haunting me tonight.
Good evening, Ebeneezer.
Haven't we met before?
I should expect so. As my business here tonight relates to your past, why shouldn't a familiar form be the one chosen for me?
Chosen? By who? What do you know about my past?
I've seen it.
A violation of my privacy.
I've walked with you through it, although you have not allowed me to take your hand when you've lost your way for many years.
Who are you?
A friend that you have forgotten along the way.
Friend? I have no friends.
We know. And now it is time for our journey to begin.
Madam, I am not going anywhere.
You don't have to.
Look within the flame, see its magic
Witchcraft. What is this?
Don't be afraid. Do you not recognize this place, Ebeneezer?
It isn't natural.
Then you really won't like the third visitor. Certainly, you recognize the school where you spent your boyhood years. See this lonely boy? Neglected and sent away to school by a stepfather who could never accept him as his own. His only joy in the form of letters from his stepsister.
Dearest Ebeneezer, I hope so much that you are well.
Van was the light of my life,
Covered with snow.
and died far too young.
Joyless of season.
But she left a legacy.
Yes, Fred. Now that I think of it, he's like his mother in many ways. A good fellow.
And yet you shun him.
Perhaps I shall have to reconsider my stance.
Take heed, sir. Time is but fleeting, but the most precious of all mortal gifts. Let us move forward in time.
There is one more boy, sir. There he is, Ebeneezer Scrooge. Come and meet Mr. Marley, Ebeneezer.
He looks very withdrawn, this boy.
His family has abandoned him. He spent most of his life in various schools and homes. Mr. Marley is seeking an apprentice for his firm.
This boy has nothing to offer.
What type of firm?
Mind your manners, Ebeneezer.
I think it's important to know which industry I might find myself taken into, Rachel.
Insolence!
Oh, wait. The boy does have a valid question. A counting house. The lending of monies.
Is there good money to be made in the business of loaning it out, Mr. Marley?
Oh, there is excellent money to be made in lending, young Mr. Scrooge. Desperate people will agree to exceptional terms.
I see.
Yes. This is the one, matron. I see a unique boy in young Mr. Scrooge. Welcome to the firm, Mr. Scrooge.
Then it's settled. Naturally, there'll be a few documents to review and to sign.
Oh, I'm confident everything will be in order.
His father has given us full authority to speak on his behalf. I'm sure he'll be very pleased to wash his hands of the boy.
Jacob, a cunning man of business.
He was much more to you than that. Almost a father.
I learned a great deal from Jacob. He was astute.
He was cutthroat.
He was my friend.
You've changed, Ebeneezer.
How have I changed?
Your eyes are colder. You look at me differently. Not as before.
Oh no.
You do remember this.
Please don't show me this. Before.
Yes. When we were happy to be together. To hold hands and to be blessed by our love for one another. Now, I've been replaced by a golden idol.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? When we were young, we spent our days just having fun. Was that so wrong? We had so
am here, but she is gone.
Is this goodbye?
This was goodbye.
Is this goodbye?
Now I'm alone.
You cannot change what has already happened, Ebeneezer. These are the shadows of your past.
Haunt me no more.
Give him credit. Sad, lonely, pathetic Scrooge, he hid his pain well. But could it be that something now had awoke within him? Perhaps ever so minuscule, but an ember that might start to glow and spread until his heart burned with the passions of a man with a lifetime to atone for. Humbug. Perhaps we're getting ahead of ourselves. Take all the precautions you like, sir. When the spirits want you, they will find you.
Who's there?
A friend.
Show yourself. I don't recognize you.
Why should you? It has been a very long time since you let me into your heart.
I've already met one of your colleagues this evening. Are you here to torment me as well?
Webby, I didn't realize you'd be so funny.
I am? Where are you going to take me?
Not very far. In fact, it's early Christmas morning.
Can't you feel it, Scrooge? It's in the air tonight. A magic welcomed into every home.
It's late, and tomorrow is a working day. It's nothing more.
It's Christmas time, this precious day. Its warmth can help the bitter coldness melt away. It's in your soul, there's good still there, when you remind your heart the way to truly care. See a simple home in Camden Street, and another home wherein they've better means. Christmas spirit visits every open door, rich or poor.
Come, journey with me, Ebeneezer.
Hello, Mother.
Ah, my handsome boys.
Look what Father gave me, Mother.
Oh, and it's not even Christmas morning. You'll have no room for your supper tonight.
I will, Mother. I swear.
All right then. I've been waiting out front for you all evening.
I came as soon as I could.
Well, it figures that he would keep you so late on Christmas Eve.
Well, there was work to do, my dear.
Was there, Robert?
Well, this time of year always seems more difficult on him.
You're a good man, Robert Cratchit. So much so that you even see some good in that miserable... Bob?
Custom.
There's no mistletoe there, Bob.
Well, yes, but I do intend to put one up there someday.
Well then.
See, it works.
I need to check on supper.
Tim, come here, lad.
Yes, Father?
Have you given any thought to your Christmas wish this year?
Christmas wish, Father?
Yes, Christmas is a very special time of year, and I believe a magical time.
I believe in magic.
Good lad. You see, every year at this time, I think a single thought, a wish. It's a message of goodwill that I send out into the world. Now, I don't know if anyone's heard it, but I truly believe that if enough messages of goodwill are sent out into the world by our fellow men and women, then we can make the world a better place.
But the world is a good place, Father.
It is, Tim, it is. But there are still those who suffer. Those who are hungry and those who have nothing but the tattered clothes on their backs. And then there are others who have everything, but their hearts are cold and empty. And those are the people, Tim, that we need to show kindness to the most.
And we can help them by making a wish?
Well, I do think it's a good place to start.
Father, do you think that if I wished it, and if you and Mother wished it really hard, that I could be well again?
Tim, there's nothing your mother and I want more for you. And you are going to get better. And you're going to grow up to be as big and strong as...
As you, Father?
Even bigger.
Very well. I think I know it now. My Christmas wish?
Well, don't tell it to me. You keep it to yourself and let your heart sing it out to the world.
Bob!
Oh, Mother has summoned. Happy Christmas, Tim.
Merry Christmas, Father. If you can hear, if you are there, perhaps you'll take the time to hear my little prayer. There isn't much that I can share. My clothes are worn and our cupboard's nearly bare. But life here's good. In fact, it's grand. A home with love, just me, Papa, and me, Ma'am. And so I wish this Christmas Day that everyone in all the world might feel this way. Dream is hope and joy, the likes the world has never seen. And so I pray, God bless us, everyone.
Getting stronger every day.
Yes. Of course he is.
He's not coming, Fred.
We agreed that we would wait until 6. Alas.
Cheer up, Fred. Means there's more goose for the rest of us.
You're right, darling Eunice. Light the lights, stoke the fires, and prepare the food.
May the joy of the Christmas season be welcomed in our household, despite the very best efforts of your miserable Uncle Scrooge.
and welcome. Let the Spirit in. Raise a glass and sing with Christmas cheer.
Families, loved ones, gather close as Christmas comes.
Memories of Christmas are cherished in our hearts.
Christmas is a time for loving hearts.
Sing a song of Christmas, sing it in your heart.
Let the light of Christmas fill your heart.
Let the light of Christmas fill your heart.
You are troubled by the visions I have shown you.
I am conflicted. I suppose I haven't been fair to my nephew. Or to Cratchit. I had no idea that his child was so ill. Surely there must be doctors, medicines.
He can be cured with the proper treatments, but they are expensive and cannot be covered by a meager office clerk's salary.
I understand. Where are we?
We are very close to the place of our final visit.
Must we?
We must.
Surely the spirit of Christmas of which you speak isn't found in a place like this.
It's found everywhere a heart will welcome it.
Why are these people here?
Because they have nowhere else to go. No food to eat, no shelter to keep them warm.
Is there no one that could help them?
There are those who try wherever they can.
Here, this'll keep you warm.
Good people.
Mommy, I'm cold. Are they gonna let us in?
Please, can't he come inside?
I'm sorry. There's already too many people inside.
Please, miss. He's all I have.
Listen closely. You're gonna go to 8 Nickel White Close. Tell my sister that Belle sent you. She'll give you shelter and food for the evening.
Oh, miss. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, miss.
Oh, now go get warm. Merry Christmas to you, miss.
She never married. She devoted her life to helping others.
She hasn't changed. She's still a saint. But I was blind. I was a fool.
What is this?
And here, dear friends, is where our story takes a sinister turn.
Jacob, what's happening?
The last of the visitors, the spirit of the future, the end of time.
You are the third visitor. You are concerned with what is to come. Yes. Yes, of course you are. And I'm terrified of you. Well? Can you speak?
With the entirety of the rest of time ahead of me, you should think I'd have more to say than any of us. What's it worth that your death from your birth? Are you prepared to meet your fate?
Then it's true that he is dead.
As a doornail, so they say.
And you first dibs at the lot.
Well, he won't need it anyway.
In life he was a miser.
Now no good his gold will do.
But let us see what dear old Joe can do for you.
I've his watch here.
Oh, that's nice.
His linen's here, this silk cost dear, and there isn't any lice.
I'll take it all, let's have a ball on the back of our dead friend.
He'll no longer need his coat, for it's warm where he went.
And though no one's going to shed a tear at the passing of this man, at last he's made a few of us quite glad. For his death has put some gold in our hands.
Duly noted. Had I known we were coming to the stock exchange, I would have brought my pocketbook.
Good day at races, Mr. Sim. Better for some than for others, Mr. Reginald. Quite right. Have you heard the news that the old man has finally gone? It's on everyone's lips. Everyone who had any dealings with him anyway. Was it a sudden death? Who knows? He's never close enough to anyone for them to know or care anything about him. Excellent point. I suppose now the question must be asked, will we be attending the funeral? I'm contemplating that myself. And what are your thoughts? I'll go. As long as they serve lunch. You are the devil, Mr. Sim. No, I assure you, Mr. Reginald, the devil is quite dead. Quite.
I understand entirely. There will be no sadness at my passing.
Every life charts its course to the light or remorse. Where does yours lead? Up or below?
For all the wealth in the world, what good is any of it if this is the legacy of a man's life? I accept that I've erred in how I've lived my life. But the ability to change my past is even beyond your powers. Your efforts would have been better spent on a more worthy soul.
Rest comes to those who have earned their place in the light. The kingdom is theirs. The rest are the damned.
It was a lovely Christmas morning, Tim. A gentle snow fell last night. It was like so many mirrors reflecting joyously. The pudding, your mother made a fine pudding this year. Steaming punch and a fine goose. There's no pudding this year, Tim. There is no joy. Only an emptiness since you left us.
Our life was good. It was so grand. Now what I'd give to take your hand in my hand.
We still have each other.
I propose a bargain.
There is no haggling to be had in the exchange of life, death, and beyond.
Very well then. A trade. Take me. My life for the boys.
You would trade your own life to save this worthless, pitiful child.
Worthless child. That child is more deserving of a full life than this wretch that you see before you. Yes, I've lived my life wrong. I know this. And I'm doomed. But I have changed, my friend. I'm not the same man that I was mere hours ago. I feel such a deep remorse. I could make a change, couldn't I? Perhaps there is enough of my life left to make amends for my unforgivable ignorance. I have the means. I could help. I could persuade others to help. And I can save that child. I can see to it that he receives the treatment that he needs. He's not beat yet, and neither am I. Either take me now, or send me back for the love of God. There is so much to do.
The chair was his own. The office was his own. And best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own to make amends in.
A new day. A new life. I've been blessed.
a new world. I'll face it with my best. And with the time that remains, I'll be free of these chains. I'll not break my vow. A new dawn is shining on me now. A new day, a new man, can this be? A new world with so much I couldn't see. I live each day as a friend. I will make amends from this moment on. A new me as waking with the dawn.
Jacob Marley, you wily old devil, I will not shut out the lessons that you have taught me.
And with the time that remains, I'll be free of these chains. I'll not break my vow. A new dawn is shining on me now. A new day is waiting for me now.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
What a day, what a glorious day. A day filled with joy as Scrooge called upon clients and colleagues and even strangers in the street, stopping to share a laugh and wish them the very best of the festive season.
Merry Christmas to you!
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge!
He placed generous amounts in as many charity boxes as he passed that day and made heartfelt promises to offer assistance wherever he could. At one point, he even stopped to sing with a group of carolers.
They're both full grown of it. Sing a song of Christmas, sing it in your heart. Let the light of Christmas fill your heart.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing.
But amongst all the cheer and revelry, there was still one final place for Scrooge to visit before the day was through.
Mr. Scrooge!
You're looking better, young man.
Never felt better.
The sign is ready, sir, and I think it looks quite sharp indeed.
Oh, yes, about time too, huh? Oh, good. Yes. Well, get yourself all settled in, Bob, and when you've some time, I'd like to discuss some possibilities in regards to other organizations that I think we might be able to support. You see, I've been able to calculate some new resources. I believe there is so much good that we can do.
Come along, Tim. You can help me hang up the sign.
Yes, Father. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Tim. And a Merry Christmas to you, Jacob Marley. And a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Scrooge. Oh, yes, don't mind if I do. And of course, a very Merry Christmas to you.
The sudden change in Scrooge was the talk of the town for years to come. And although he never spoke about what happened on that magical Christmas Eve, he kept his word and did an infinite amount of good. And when he eventually slipped away, a very old and very jolly man until the end, he was remembered as a man much loved by the people whose lives he crossed. Sing a song of Christmas. Sing it in your heart. Let the light of Christmas fill your heart.